Hi everyone and welcome back to Rainbow Budgets and Plans. My name is Natalie and we are a family of 5 now. She is here, guys. She is now 12 days old and she is beautiful and she is slotted right into the family perfectly. But yeah, we are a family of 5 now in the northeast of England and we are on a huge journey to pay off over £55,000 worth of debt. So if that is something that you're interested in following along to, then please subscribe to the channel. Please like, comment, share, whatever. Every little helps and keeps me motivated to keep going. So today's video we are going to be going through our January budget. Now I appreciate it's only, what day is it today? It's the 23rd of December, but I really wanted to get this finalised before Christmas so that I could chill for the rest of December and then go into January, hitting the ground running basically. So yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, baby's here. She came on the 11th. Everything was fine. I was home the day. I say everything was fine. It didn't quite go to plan, but we're both happy and healthy and we were back home the following day. So she's here, she's gorgeous. The boys are absolutely besotted with her, which I was quite nervous about. I was nervous that it was going to affect the boys massively in terms of bringing a new baby home, but yeah, she's very loved. The boys are constantly wanting to hold her and help out and stuff, so that's just amazing. We've just been in this little newborn bubble for the last couple of weeks. It's been a bit hard on the budget, but I'll go through that when we close out our December budget. Things haven't quite gone to plan financially, but it would have been a lot worse if we hadn't have done a budget. But yeah, I'll go through that in my December closeout video, which will be posted just after Christmas, because our December budget doesn't finish until the 29th of December. So once the month finishes, we'll kind of go through that together. I'm just going to readjust you a little bit. I feel like we're on a bit of a wonk here. Right. Okay. So today's video is January budget. So our January is actually going to be 5 weeks long. So our January budget is going to go from, so we've got a monthly page there. So our January budget is going to go from the 30th of December all the way up until the 2nd of February. So it's going to be 5 weeks long. So it's going to be a tough month in terms of keeping our variable spending on track, just with it being that extra week long. So here's my monthly spread. Not a lot going on this month. I'm going to reopen my Etsy shop on the 30th of December. I just feel like it's a good day to kind of reopen it. It's going to be a Monday, partner's back at work. Yeah, so fingers crossed, if we go to plan, my Etsy shop should be reopened on the 30th. But yeah, I'll keep an eye out on my Instagram page for any updates to that. Obviously, New Year's Day is bank holiday, so hubby is off. I've written hubby. He's not actually my husband yet, because we had to postpone the wedding because I fell pregnant. But it's just easier to call him hubby. So yeah, he's going to be off on the 1st with it being a bank holiday. I get paid on the 3rd of January, and that's going to be my payday for this January budget. My partner actually gets paid, or hubby, should I say. I just don't like saying my partner. We've been together nearly 11 years, and he's like my husband. He actually gets paid on the 28th of December, so it's not shown on this thing, but he gets paid on the 28th of December for this budget. I get paid on the 3rd of January. The kids go back to school on the 7th. I say back to school, Little Pickle's going back to school on the 7th. We don't know what's happening with Big Pickle and his alternative provision. I'm assuming that he will go back around the same time on the 7th, but I haven't heard anything different yet. I'll get our child benefit on the 13th. Again, that's going towards our January budget. It's actually my birthday on the 19th. I haven't saved up any money for my birthday this year. So it just is what it is. I'm sure we'll do something as a family at home and we'll just cook dinner and celebrate it together. Hubby gets paid again on the 28th of January, and that money will go towards our February budget, and then I get paid again on the 31st of January, which again will go towards our February budget. So I've just noted down anything that we get any income for, anything that I need to remember in terms of finances, so birthdays, when the kids go back, that kind of thing. So if there's anything else that I've forgotten, I'll just note it on here. But yeah, I've just put a note here that it is going to be a 5-week month. Tough one. And then the budget. So let's flip over and I'll zoom you in. Okay, so as I said, we're going to go from the 30th of December all the way up until the 2nd of February. I'm running out of lines on here to list all of our different income streams. So I've categorised them into earned income, other income and savings use. So earned income is basically anything that we go out and earn. So wages, my maternity pay is technically earned income. If I get anything from Rainbow Budgets, so in terms of Etsy, YouTube, I am now monetized on YouTube, so thank you everyone for subscribing and viewing my videos. I hit my watch hours very quickly, which is astounding, so thank you for that. I needed to get 4,000 watch hours, and we did that in 3 weeks, I think, which is incredible. So thank you all so much for watching my videos. So you might notice some adverts on my videos now. Please don't feel obliged to watch them. You can skip them after a few seconds. But yeah, it does help me. It does provide me with that little bit of extra income, so that can go towards our family budget. So thank you for that. So that's earned income. Any other income would be side hustles. Something that I've like maybe sold. So things like Vinted, Facebook Marketplace, surveys that I've done. Things that I've not actually like gone out and earned as such. Savings use is just if we use any money from our savings. So if we have to dip into our emergency fund and use some savings from that, I would note that as income into the budget and then as an outgoing for what it was used for. And then just if we have any rollover from the previous month. So I'm not anticipating any savings being used. I'm not anticipating any rollover. Earned income, I've put down as 3,900. That's both of our wages. And then £170 of other income is from our child benefit. We have applied for child benefit for baby pickle, but it does take a month for that application to go through. So I'm not sure when that will drop. It should be, I think I've worked it out, it should be about an extra £60 a month, which will be massive help for me once I'm down on maternity pay. This is my last month of decent pay, this budget, so that's why I'll go into a bit more detail into the sinking funds in a minute. But from February's budget, our income is going to be drastically lower than this 3,900. It's going to be about £1,400 short every month. So we really need to tighten our belts with certain things. Anyway, so that gives us a total income for the month of 4,070, which is estimated, and that's what we're going to work with. I've listed all of my fixed expenses. I'm not going to go through them one by one. We have lost a couple this month. We're no longer paying Den Plan, so our last payment for that was last month. Our debt number one, Red, if you watched my last video, I think it was, I transferred the balance of our red debt onto our green debt just to save on some interest. So it's not showing on here because the debt's technically gone and I've closed the account, but the minimum payment has transferred onto green. So green was, sorry, printers, go and do lally. It always decides to do that when I'm in the middle of blooming recording. So debt number 4, it was about £25 a month, but because we've transferred red to green, that minimum payment's gone up to £49 for the month. Cleaner, this is the last month that I'm paying for. So she did her last visit today, which is the 23rd of December, and then we'll get the bill on the 1st of January, and that's when I'll pay that bill. I'm anticipating it to be £64, but that will no longer be in our budget from February. I think that's it that's changed. But yeah, all of our fixed expenses are listed there. And that comes to a total of £2,625, leaving us with £1,445. Sorry about the lighting. It's about 7:30 in the evening. I've just managed to grab half an hour to come upstairs and record a video before she needs another feed. So yeah. Sorry about the lighting. I've done my best with my ring light and the big light and everything to try and get it as clear as I possibly can, but you'll just have to live with it. Variable expenses, groceries. Now, last month was a 4-week month and I budgeted £500. I am going to try my damnedest in January to eat the food that we've got in the house. It's crazy, insane how much food we've got in this house and I still go out and buy more. So I'm going to be doing a video. I don't know when, it'll be soon, basically doing a full inventory of all the food that I've got in my house and a full meal plan and a full shopping list of what I need to get us through the month. So I'm going to try my hardest to stay to a budget of £375. And that is, I think I worked it out at £75 a week for 5 weeks. I'll just double check that. Oh, turn it on, Natalie. So yeah, budget is £75 a week, but that includes baby's formula. So her formula is about £11, and she's going through about a tub a week at the minute. She's a very hungry baby. I am like combi feeding, but it's not going to plan, so we're probably going to be on pure formula in a couple of weeks, I would imagine. So yeah, £375 for the month, £75 a week for groceries, and that'll just be on like fresh stuff. My freezer, I've got 2 freezers. Now they're only little ones, to be fair, they're not like full size freezers, they're like under counter ones, but they're both rammed, and I've got my Christmas shopping delivery coming in about an hour, and I have no idea where I'm going to put everything, to be honest with you. So that's why I'm going to go through absolutely everything that I've got in the house and make a meal plan based on what we've actually got. So £375, fingers crossed we can stick to it. I'll update you throughout the month as to how we go on that. Travel, £80, £40 per car. I'm not doing a lot of driving at the moment. Obviously my partner's off, or hubby, I'm trying to get out the habit of saying partner. My hubby's off work at the moment, he's on paternity leave, but he's going back to work at the end of December. And obviously I will be doing school runs again from the 7th of January, so we are going to be using the cars again, but both cars currently have full tanks of petrol in, and obviously we've only got a week left and we don't plan on going anywhere now. We've already done all the Christmas round robins as such, so hopefully £80 will be more than enough for fuel this month. All of the pickles are getting £10 in their envelopes for whatever they might need throughout the month. We tend to use on the boys, it tends to be like little treats. We tend to, if they've had a good week on a Friday, we tend to stop off at the shop on the way home and grab them something little just to say a big well done for the week. Baby pickle, I'll probably just build hers up. There's something that I've seen that is going to drastically change the school runs for me. And it's about £240, so I can't afford it just yet. But if we don't use her £10, I'll probably just like build that up so that I can get that. Personal wise, £50, that's 25 for me, 25 for hubby. He gets his digitally, I take mine in cash. And it's just for anything that we might want throughout the month. Household, £75. I've gone massively over our household budget in December, so that's why I've increased it from £50 to 75. We just seem to be going through a lot more laundry, health and hygiene. Obviously, we've got baby, so we've got nappies and things like that. However, we did just get a rather large donation off a friend of nappies, so we are good for now. But yeah, we just seem to be going over the household budget, so I've increased it to 75. Miscellaneous, £20, just in case there's anything else that crops up that I've forgotten about. And vape, I actually missed this from our December budget, so when I go through the December budget, you'll see that this was an unbudgeted expense, but we both do a vape. We did used to smoke, so we've managed to get this down dramatically, but yeah, we do vape, and we spend about £40 a month on that stuff. So total variable spending anticipated at £670 for the month, which leaves us with £775 to play with. Now we're going to move on to annual savings. And I've been umming and ahhing about whether to save for my annual bills. Obviously, we've got a massive debt journey ahead of us. We have a huge amount of debt that we need to pay off. But these bills aren't going anywhere. Obviously, the birthdays are a bit different, but there's some bills here that just aren't going to go anywhere, and we still have to fund them. So we've got our home insurance, so that's both our contents and our buildings insurance for our house, and that is due in May. We pay that annually. It's around the end of May, because we got the keys to the house on the 1st of June, and I think last year it was just over £200, so I've decided to save up £250 this year, just to cover that bill, and I've worked out I need to save £50 a month, because obviously January, February, March, April, May is 5 months, so £50, 5 months is £250. Next one is Amazon Prime. We pay this annually, and it is £95 for the year, and it's due in July, so £15 a month for 7 months. 15 times 7 will give us 105, but it is £95. Boiler service, that's due in October, so I wanted to save £150 for that because that's how much it was in October just gone. So 10 months at £15 should cover the boiler. And then school uniform, I'm hoping both of them will be back in school by September next year. And school uniform is a massive expense for us. The kids just seem to ruin their uniforms as soon as they get them. And I was completely stupid this year, and I did not put names in any of their uniform. So we've lost a fair amount of jumpers and polo tops already. So I'm going to save £50 a month for 8 months up until the end of August. So 50 times 8 will give us a sinking fund of £400 to cover us for anything school uniform related. Christmas 2025, I do want to save a lot more than £50 a month, but I didn't want to push myself in January. So we're just going to save £50 in January, and then maybe once we get further into the year, we'll start putting more into Christmas 2025. But yeah, to start us off, we're going to stick £50 in there. And then all 5 of our birthdays. So obviously my birthday is in January, but I'm just going to like forsake this birthday and we'll just do something at home. Me and hubby have never done gifts for each other, and it's something that I want to start doing. I know we've got a massive amount of debt, but I just feel like we need to appreciate each other a little bit more. And we need to celebrate each other a little bit more rather than just like glossing over the birthdays and things like that. Now we're not going to go overboard. So for the kids, we're budgeting £150 for each birthday. So Little Pickle's birthday is first, his is in February. I've already put £50 in December's budget, so this will take us up to 100, and then in January we'll put February we'll put another £50 in, and then that'll be his birthday done. And then from March's budget, it'll be a lot less because we'll have a full year to save up. Hubby's birthday is March, so I think I worked out me and hubby are going to get £100, so he will get £35 in January, February, March. So 35 times 3, he'll get 105. I think I just rounded it up because it was a weird like number and I don't deal with coins. So he'll have £105, and that might just be a gift and a Chinese at home or whatever. We'll just wait and see. But yeah, I don't think £105 is much in terms of birthdays. It might even just be a day out for us and the kids, just so that we can celebrate that day. Then it's Big Pickle's birthday. His is in July, so £25 a month will get us the 150 that we want. Baby P, obviously she was born in December, so we've got a full year. That's not going to be right then, is it? 15. So hang on. We've got 12 months to save for that, haven't we? That's going to save her 180, so no, that's wrong. I'll change this. 150 divided by 12. Oh, it's because I've rounded. Oh, it's because I've rounded it up again because it was £12.50 a month to get to the 150. So yeah, I'll have a look at that. And then for my birthday, obviously we've got 13 months to save for mine because obviously I'm looking at 2026 here. So 10 times 30 will give me 130, which is the 30 quid more than the 100 that I want. But again, I think I've rounded it up, just so it's the closest note. But it does mean that if there's some months where the budget's a little bit tighter, I don't have to budget for that £10. It works itself out eventually. So in annual savings, that comes to £315, which still leaves us with £460 for the month to budget for other things. So we flip over. Variable savings. Again, I wasn't going to budget for these kind of things, but we've had a nightmare month in terms of having to pay for things that we weren't budgeted for and we didn't have any savings for in December. So clothing is something that, there's 5 of us in this house. We're always going to need some sort of clothes in this house at some point, and it's just crackers how much the boys are growing as well. Like it wasn't so long ago that I completely revamped Big Pickle's wardrobe with 7 to 8 clothes, and now he just seems to have had a massive growth spurt and them clothes are barely fitting him anymore. So I'm going to pop £25 into the clothing sinking fund so that we do have something to dip into when something like that arises. Medical, this is to cover for our dentist appointments. So we are with a private dentist because there are no NHS dentists whatsoever in our area. There were some that were taking kids on, but we missed that, and yeah, so we're just with a private dentist. Now, me and hubby, our checkups are £100 each, and the kids is £40 each, and really I would like to go twice a year. So if I want to save up for the next checkup by June, so within the next 6 months, it's 280, so that's the 4 of us. Obviously I'm not including baby Pickle in this yet until she's starts getting her teeth through. So to save £280 in 6 months, I need to save, well, £46.66, so I've just put it as 50, so that by June, when we do our next checkup, we have the money to pay for our dentist appointments. It's just avoiding having to put it on a credit card, which is what we've done before. Home maintenance, £25. You would not believe the amount of things that have gone wrong in this house in the last 4 weeks. I'll go through it in the December budget, but yeah, we need some sort of, I know obviously we've got our emergency fund there to use, but it would be nice to have a little buffer in a home maintenance pot for little things like that. So I'm just going to pop £25 in there this month to get it started. And the same with car maintenance. Completely forgot that in December my MOT was due, and that cost us some money as well. So we need a car maintenance pot for that because my hubby's car is due its MOT in February. So I'm going to pop £25 into the car maintenance pot. So that comes to £125, leaving us with £335. We are going to make an extra debt payment this month, so I've worked out £65 is going to go to our next priority debt, which is debt number 2, which is our orange debt. So we're going to make an overpayment of, or an extra payment, should I say, of £65 towards that this month, leaving us with £270. And then we're going to pop £270 into our emergency fund. Now, the reason that we've been able to make the extra debt payment is because I've managed to get my emergency fund to £1,000 a lot quicker than I thought I was going to. So this £270 here will take us to £1,000. So I basically did this bit backwards. So I had £335. I knew I needed £270 for the emergency fund to get it up to £1,000. I'll explain in our December closeout budget how we've managed to get up to up to 730 in December. So yeah, that'll come in that video. So after this, we took the 270 off of this 335, we were left with £65. So that's how I've been able to make that extra payment towards debt, which is fantastic. I wasn't imagining that we were able to make extra debt payments quite yet, but we are. However, like I said, from February's budget, my income's going to be a lot lower, like a lot lower. It's going to be so tight, it's going to be unbelievable. I'm actually dreading doing the budget for it, but we'll cross that hurdle when we get there. So that leaves us with nothing, absolutely nothing, but it's all got a purpose. I'm hoping I've not missed anything this month. I must have been suffering with baby brain when I did our December budget because yeah, there was just so much unbudgeted spending in December. But yeah, we'll go through that in the December video. But yeah, I just wanted to get this January budget sorted so I knew what we were doing from the 30th of December. And yeah, I've already planned out how much cash I need to get out from the bank and what notes I need so that I can go and start grabbing that out from the post office when we get paid, which is on the 28th. So yeah, that is our January budget. If you do have any questions about it, please drop them in the comment section below. I have been a bit behind on replying to comments, I apologise. But yeah, just had a baby, so I'm sure you all let me off. But yeah, that's our January budget. It's nice to be back recording. It's nice to have 30 minutes to myself. I'm going to go and feed her now again, I think. Get her ready for bed. But yeah, that's January all sorted. I'm really happy that we've managed to put money into savings and make an extra debt payment this month and get the emergency fund to £1,000, which is incredible. So yeah, I will be back after Christmas, so I do want to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. You might not even see me before the New Year, I hope so, but if I don't, then have a lovely New Year. Thank you as always for supporting my videos. Truly appreciate it, and yeah, thank you so much guys. Bye.